Hi there. My name is Dave Wetzel, CEO at MLS Listings, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about Aculist disclosures. It's kind of an interesting story because we always had a document storage system as part of the subscriber benefits. It was called Doc Central. But the funniest part of that story is that that company was acquired somewhere along the way and changed their priorities, and unfortunately was no longer evolving the product to meet all of our needs. So we started getting feedback from our subscribers that said that the Doc Central product was not quite what they needed it to be, and gave us lots of interesting feedback about what it could be. And so we went on a search and said, what would we do differently if we didn't have Doc Central? And given that Doc Central kind of got into this position because they were acquired, we weren't quite sure using a startup's code set for that would be the best approach. So we actually found a company that had software that did this, that was willing to sell that asset to us. And so MLS Listings acquired the software assets of Rocket Disclosures. We brought Rocket Disclosures in as a standalone set of features around document management for listing agents to put the documents there, or for buy-side agents to access them. And we did that initially just exactly as the Rocket Disclosures was. And then in a future phase, we came along and we did integration work. We integrated it in tightly with listing management, integrated it in with Matrix, put the information about that into the data feeds that go to our NorCal data share partners, the other MLSs. So if they've got buyer agents that want to look at it, they can access that as well. And so it all came about because we got some feedback that said, hey, you've got this part of the service, but it's not really meeting our needs. What can we do differently? And so we listened and we responded and did an acquisition, a software asset acquisition, which was pretty cool. And that's how we got to where we're at today with Aculist Disclosures. Next steps for Aculist Disclosures are to continue getting feedback on what it can do better, what other things it can do. We're taking a look at the whole platform and asking ourselves, hey, should this also be used to collect offers? It's got all the right feature functionality kind of built in as a platform to do that. So we're currently analyzing that to see if that's a direction we want to take it. We're also looking at this and saying, I wonder if there's other MLSs out there who might want to pay us in order to use this functionality, because it is kind of a cool functionality. So we're also looking at that as what I call our non-dues revenue type of activities. So that's how we got where we're at with Aculist Disclosures and what we've got on the roadmap. One could ask, why was it important for us to acquire that software asset to make this happen with Aculist Disclosures? And that's actually a very interesting question. And that is, really, if you look at how we got into this position, we had been using Doc Central for quite a while. And initially, when we first started using it, it was great. But then over time, the new owners of that company decided to go a different direction with it. As we looked at the universe of possible products and services where we could replace it with, a lot of them were going to be kind of similar in that they could either be acquired by somebody, recently acquired by somebody. What was their direction going to be? Would we be in another situation where our MLS listing subscribers would just, again, get to a point where we're at the end of the road with a new company and have to make a change? So when we found this company, Rocket Disclosures, that had the software asset available to us, and the fact that we at MLS Listings have software developers on staff and could take that code and start to integrate it and evolve it and make it the best it can be for us, it just made perfect sense for us to go and make that acquisition.
Make sure to check out our Pro Support page for additional videos on a full range of topics. And don't forget to click that subscribe button on our MLS Listings YouTube page.